Right, everyone. So I'm going to be determining whether or not Effie deserved to be kicked out of the group. First, let's go over some of her characteristics: confidence and weakness. Then we'll talk about the role Curtis played in hurting her and how the whole experience made her stronger. All of these things combined will help us reach a conclusion as to whether she was too overbearing for the group or if it was never in Curtis's plan for her to succeed in the first place. All right, let's get started. In which ways is she confident? Well, we know she loves her body, and there's never a moment when she's insecure with her size. In fact, in the first scene, she tells Laurel and Dina, "This dress does nothing for my body."
This dress does nothing for my body.
She doesn't like how she looks in her clothes and blames the dress rather than her full figure. She also loves her hair.
Store bought hair ain't natural.
Not wanting to wear a wig, she prefers her natural hair and is seen beautifully rocking it in the second half of the film. She knows what she wants and goes after it. She wants Curtis and goes after him. "We don't even know if you're married," she tells him, aiming to get information out of him. "Do you prefer skinny little Tweety birds like Miss Dina here, or a real woman?" She is wanting to learn what his type is and isn't afraid to ask. All right, y'all, we have talked about some of the ways in which she is confident. Now let's talk about some of the ways that she expresses weakness. For one, she's weak when it comes to Curtis's compliments. After refusing to sing backup, Curtis calls her a stone cold fox, and she relents. When Cece visits, she doesn't want to see him because she hasn't yet forgiven him. It takes her years to forgive. Now, I don't really want to call this a weakness because forgiveness can be a hard thing, but she was unforgiving because her heart was still hurt. Her heart wasn't hardened, but it was in a weakened state. So I'm listing her unforgiveness as a weakness. Another weakness is her unprofessionalism. She will often be late, sometimes even completely missing
I'm
rehearsals.
sorry I'm late. Cece, sorry I missed rehearsals.
You've been late, you've been mean,
You're going crazy.
and get back there.
Or what? I didn't think so.
Upon meeting him, she tells a prospective employer that she blew through $500,000 in 2 years by drinking.
I blew through $500,000 in 2 years.
Hey, come on.
Drinking.
And later, Marty tells her, maybe Curtis was right. You want all of the privilege and none of the responsibility.
I don't know. Maybe Curtis was right about you. You want all of the privileges but none of the responsibilities.
So she had a little growing up to do. All right, you guys, let's take a break from Effie and let's move on to Curtis because, after all, he is the reason that the dream struck it big. What proof do we have that he is indeed manipulative? Well, he's a businessman. He does what it takes to reach his business goals. When he debuts the dreams, he refers to Dina as a product.
I never thought she had much of a voice.
She has a quality.
You make her sound like a product.
Product. I like that.
What is a product? Something that can be used to fill a need, something that can be used to fill a need. So this is just an example of him using people to get what he wants out of life. As a businessman, he knows what to say to get what he wants out of people. He sees that Effie is the group's leader and that he must get through her to get to the group. And he knows just how to do that by complimenting her. Curtis never loved Effie. He sweet talked her to get the group to do what he wanted them to do.
Y'all gonna do what I tell you to do.
Effie was the leader, the alpha female, if you will. What she said went. Curtis saw this, so he had to use her weakness for him to accomplish his goal. Another example of him manipulating others is when he is working his used car business. He tells the female customer, "This is our periwinkle blue to go along with your pretty blue dress." He walks away, and his business partner makes the same exact statement, letting us know that Curtis often flatters people to get what he desires. A similar situation is him appealing to Jimmy's desire to have a hit song. He tells Jimmy that he needs a new sound and introduces CeCe's Cadillac car.
Different sound for the Thunderman, and I think you're gonna enjoy it.
I'm on the move. Yeah. Getting on.
He tells Jimmy that the best music are songs that make people feel good while they're driving their automobile. Look at me in my pretty car. Makes me feel like a superstar. Now, while he knew that the song would probably boost sales for his used Cadillac car business, and while he probably did want the song to succeed, he likely knew the possibility of the song being stolen or failing because he knew that these things happened.
Marty says this happens all the time.
The song was indeed stolen, and he used that occurrence as an opportunity to get everyone to depend on him.
You got me to thank for you now.
Wake up, man, he tells CeCe. The only one who can protect you is me. You can't play fair or be too meek. These are memorable lyrics of the next song that's played.
You can't play fair or be too meek.
It's called Step Into the Bad Side, and it's basically Curtis's theme song, which is why he's the one singing it.
Change our style, change our tone, make the songs we sing our own.
Also, very briefly, during dinner with his wife, he refers to himself in third person. Curtis will always be there for you, he tells Dina.
Curtis will always be here for you.
Referring to oneself in third person shows conceit. Okay, lastly, let's review how Effie's changed. When Marty says, maybe Curtis is right, you want all of the privilege and none of the responsibility, Effie stops complaining about trifles and proceeds to do what she went there to do. Hearing Curtis's name and negative view of her moved her to try. She sings, I am changing.
Changing.
This song signals her transition into a woman who is ready to bend over backwards to acquire everything that she needs. The title of her next song, One Night Only, sounds like she has just one last chance to get it right, to make it, and that song turns out to be the very one that she needs to get back on the scene. So, did Effie deserve to be kicked out of the group that she had been singing with since she was 12 years old? In my opinion, no. Yes, she was sometimes late to rehearsals and even walked out during the taping of Heavy Heavy, but Curtis's secret agenda never allowed her a chance to succeed, to thrive. He had a desire to make it and wasn't ashamed of using and stepping on whomever he could to reach his goals. He deceived everyone and wanted everyone to believe that they were a family, like a giant tree, as the song said.
Family, like a giant tree.
But whatever kind of tree Curtis was, his roots weren't for the love of family. His roots were for the love of money and prestige. This movie always makes me cry. And when I was a teen, I had always wanted a sequel. Some movies will never get sequels though, and I just have to appreciate the fact that everyone was happy in the end. So everybody, thank you for watching my analysis of Effie. Tell me in the comments below if the movie Dreamgirls will always hold a special place in your hearts. I know it will always hold a special place in mine. And if you guys enjoyed my analysis, and whether y'all agreed or disagreed with mine, please feel free to create your own analysis of Effie and comment the link to your video. I would love to hear everyone's views. Thank you for watching. Whoa, you guys stuck around to the very end? That is so cool. Just for that, I have a bonus for y'all. So, as I stated earlier, y'all, I would have loved a sequel in my teen years when I first saw this, even though I knew that everyone was content with their lives, everyone except for Curtis, because everyone who had ever treated him as family left him, including his wife. My bonus point of view is that I wish the movie would have given us at least a glimpse into Curtis's future concerning his daughter. What is life going to look like for them? Okay, life is good now for Magic and Effie, but she did basically live in poverty all of her 9 years simply because her mom didn't want to let on who Magic's father was. an incredibly rich music producer.
Magic don't have a father.
Is Curtis going to seek a relationship with his daughter? A DNA test? Is he going to want to give her the world? I now feel that if given the chance, he would be a great dad, just by the way he was gazing at her. I don't know if he would have stopped being a cheater and would have allowed things to work out between him and Effie if he had have known about the pregnancy, because a baby won't make a man love you. But Dina probably would have stopped messing with him. I may do an analysis next of Dina. Was she a backstabber or just another young girl who Curtis took advantage of? Leave your views of my Effie analysis down below, and don't forget to leave your own analysis. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all in my next video.